So I went electric on my car, and not only that, I went solar for the charging method. So the whole thing is 100% clean energy now. So I did my part for the clean energy transition, but I just wanted to show what's going on here. So I just have 6 solar panels. They are 300 watt each. So supposedly 1800 watt, but they are used. I got it from Facebook Marketplace for just a few $100, and used some 3x5, one of those cheapest treated lumber to construct this. It is not completely done. I still have to run this, but the good thing is that it is working. I just wanted to show. So that's the setup. So the PV array coming in, goes through the breaker, goes to the inverter, and this is a complete off-grid inverter, and there is a bigger story behind that I probably will come back to later. But yeah, so the solar array goes in the inverter, and there is the battery connected, and that is my riding lawnmower. And this thing is a 48 volt system. It has about 5 kilowatt hour lead acid battery. So these I supposed to keep it charged all the time as per the manufacturer's requirement. So basically I'm killing 2 birds in 1 stone. I'm using this battery to support my off-grid solar. At the same time, I am keeping this battery charging. So I kind of phased out a DII interface, extra interface, because I didn't want it to mess with the charging interface, and it's actually uses very thin gauge wire, I checked. So I could connect the battery, and the battery supports the inverter. An inverter, basically inverting the AC, that's the electric car charger. As you can see right now, it's charging 240 volt at 6 amp, and that goes to my car right there. And if you see what's happening there, so it is charging just like that. And the whole thing, as I said, is completely off grid. It's not connected, and the reason it is not connected is that if I want to connect this, DIY becomes very, very hard, because I would then need a permit, and the permit is not something I could pull the you have to ask for an electrician to pull the permit. And not only that, I would need an engineering clearance or certificate for this structure itself, so that I could actually get a permit. So you need engineering clearance for the structure, a licensed electrician who can pull the permit, and then and only then you can connect this to the grid. And the agreement with my county, I contacted my county. Agreement with the county was I can do it myself as long as I do not connect this to my house or grid in any way. So that's what I did. The actual AC grid is completely empty, as you can see. There's no grid connection there. If I go to how much it's generating, so right now generating at 1 second. So 176 volt, it's a string array, and 8 amp, and that's around 1400 watt or 1.44 kilowatt. And my car is right now pulling about 1.3 kilowatt, 1.4 kilowatt, as you can see. So the extra electricity, whenever the sun is not high enough, comes from the battery. So the battery used as a buffer to supplement any missing current that required to charge my car. At the same time, whenever the sun is high enough, the extra energy is keeping this battery fully charged. So that way I don't have to connect this one to the grid either. And this is basically solving my both problems. But yeah, so far so good. So here is the quality of the AC current this inverter generating. It is really nice sine wave. That is really nice to see. The only problem with the off-grid system is that it does waste a lot of electricity. So when my car does not need the charge, and it happens often because I don't drive a lot, so far I've been driving around probably 100 and 120 miles in a week, and this 6 panel perfectly generates that. So when my car is not connected, like when I'm out driving, if the mower also does not need any power, then the whole power that I'm generating is basically being wasted. If I had connected to the grid, then that energy would not waste. But hey, bureaucracy is bureaucracy. I cannot fight it. This inverter does have a RS32 port, and I'm trying to connect right now, and I'm having a bit trouble to figure out the protocol. If I able to connect it, I might be able to do some sort of automation. That way I could probably optimize the energy, and I could also maybe use the excess energy for something else. I have to figure out how to connect to this inverter. Also, the car does not provide, the Chevy does not provide any APIs to connect to the car. So that's another problem. I have to also probably do some extreme DIY to figure out how to turn off and on charging, because I try to do the schedule based charging. Apparently if I do some scheduling, for example, I said it will not charge between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. When the sun just started, and let the mower charge at the time. It turns out, even though the car is not charging, the charger wakes up like every 30 seconds, and it uses almost around 2 kilowatt at the time it is up. So it actually used a lot of energy by not charging. It only works if I change the maximum charge limit, then it does not use any energy. But there is no way I could control the maximum charge limit remotely. Somebody has to physically come to the car and change the setting. But yeah, let's see, maybe I'll figure something out. But that's okay, whatever I'm generating, it's basically fulfilling my need. And it took 2 of my high electric demand equipment out of the grid, and that should save big chunk of the electric bill. All right.